And it wants to take its time. That'll be your dollars. I'm gonna look it in.
You said we had a guardianship file a while back.
I have a pretty recent one, they haven't done anything for the application exactly. And I did call them and they think it for a break.
Hello,
Good morning.
good morning.
My name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters today.
Great.
Could you give me your name this morning?
Pamela Danley.
Okay, and I'm guessing you're Mr. Edwards, Michael Edwards?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. All right. Welcome to probate court this morning. Is this the only person that you're going to be having today to speak today?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. And it's Miss Danley, is that it, Pam?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, once again, my name is Milton Powers. I call case number PR-10056 in the estate of George Franklin Kopek. Is that pronounced correctly?
Kipke, Your Honor.
Okay.
No, sir. It's kept.
Huh? KP? Pronounce it again. You went out a little bit there.
That would be Kepke, Your Honor.
Key.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Miss Danley, if you could, would you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. All right. We can move forward. Mr. Edwards, you may move forward with your case this morning.
Thank you, Judge. Now calling Miss Pamela Danley to the stand. Good morning. Please state your name for the record.
Pamela Kepke Danley.
What is your relation to the decedent, Mr. George Franklin Kepke?
I'm his daughter.
And when did your father pass away?
September 5th, 2023.
What was the county of your father's lawful residence at the time of his passing?
Tyler.
And forgive me, you broke out a little bit there. Was that Tyler County?
Yes, Tyler County.
And where did he pass away?
In Nacogdoches, Texas.
And where do you currently reside?
In Porter, Texas.
Have more than 4 years elapsed since the time of your father's passing?
No.
Did your father pass away with a validly executed will?
Yes.
Did this will appoint you as executor?
Yes.
Are there any disqualifying factors from your acting as an executor?
No.
Are you a convicted felon?
No.
Did this will devise the estate for you and your surviving siblings?
Yes.
Have all necessary beneficiaries of this estate either been served or have they filed a waiver of service?
Yes.
As to the will, was it signed by your father?
Yes.
Was it signed in front of a notary with 2 disinterested witnesses?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to believe the will was not validly executed?
No.
Are there any unknown or unlisted heirs as to your knowledge?
Nope.
Following the execution of this will, did your father remarry?
No.
Did he father or adopt any other children?
No.
As such, are you asking to be appointed as the executor of your father's estate?
Yes.
Are you asking this court to provide letters testamentary as to your father's estate?
Yes.
And shall you conduct all duties required of an executor of the estate?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Right, I have just one question. Okay, up here for me. I'm gonna show you a signature on here from the will, and I just want you to testify for the court that this is your father's signature. And I want to see if you can see it. Can you see it there? Maybe if you can, here, she's gonna see if she can put it up here for us.
Let's see if we can do there we go.
Can you see the signature of your father's will?
All I see is the witnesses' signatures.
Okay.
Okay, oh.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's his.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, thank you, sorry. That's all I needed from the court, just that you could verify that that was your father's signature. It is this court order to go ahead and order this will into probate and granting letters of testimony. And we will appoint Miss Pamela Danley as the independent executor of this will. How many letters of testimony do you need today, Mr. Edwards?
Just the one, Your Honor.
Just one? Okay. All right. Do you have any other questions for the court today?
No questions on my end, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Danley, on behalf of Tyler County, we just want you to know that that our prayers are with you and your family, and may God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. God bless y'all. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you, Judge.
And we'll get this order ready, and then later on, sometimes this afternoon, the letters would be ready. So I don't know what, you may just get a hold of Miss Janet.
Yeah.
Miss Janet can help you with that, okay?
Certainly, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Good morning, Mr. McDonald.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Doing good. How are you, sir?
I am Ducky. Ducky.
Very good.
Well, I've been real good a couple weeks ago and I'm getting a lot of water for those ducks. But
Yeah.
It's dried up.
Yeah, it is. It don't take long for it to dry
I
up.
still have a wet woods though. Out my wood, there's still mud puddles and stuff like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, how about Mr. Levins?
Mr. Levinson.
Waiting. He's there. Yeah.
He the attorney on the dairy things.
Yes, sir. He's standing in for,
Mitch Coker.
Gary Coker, yes, sir.
Good.
Okay, Jay, let me show you, your next see, they had several children. This is waivers for
10.
all their children.
And
So I verified all the names, they've got a waiver for each one of them in here. Mr. McDonald had already filed his report as attorney ad litem.
Okay.
And then this right here is an amended application for independent administration
Okay.
for the Kings, that is. And
Wow, right there.
and then they, got the judgment declaring heirship ready to sign here, and also the order authorizing independent right here.
All right. Are we recording right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I'll
Do
talk.
you need to mute or?
If you can, I just want to say something to Mr.
Am I set up to be heard over here? Do I need to move?
They can hear you because I have a microphone.
Yeah, microphone right in front.
That's a mic?
Yes, sir.
You don't look like.
Oh, yes,
Do you need to see?
Mr. Levins,
I
Move over.
Mr. Levins, can you hear me?
They're still connecting.
Okay.
All right, Judge, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All
Good
right,
morning.
I appreciate, sorry for the delay. It's,
No, that's
technology
okay.
is always fun.
It's very fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
always
right.
going between Zoom and everything else. There's always an issue. And
Yes,
Judge, just
sir.
to let you know, our independent administrator who filed the application, Miss Berry, she is almost to my office. She's not here yet.
Okay. Well, we can wait a few. Do you know how many minutes she's going to be out?
About 4 or 5 minutes ago, she said she was on College Street, so we could be any time.
Who is that that's missing?
His administrative.
Don't have to have an administrative person as long as we have the witnesses and the attorney.
Yeah, he said we don't have to have her. Tim's okay with that as long as we have our witnesses and we have you. We're okay. We can go ahead and start if you want to.
Okay. Well, I can. I was certainly going to have her testify as the applicant, but
Yeah.
we have the two.
We can come back to her once she gets there and we can do that if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah, that's 100% fine with me if y'all are good with it.
Yes. Well, if we can I get your witnesses to state their name for the court today?
Sure, Judge.
Johnny Ross.
Rachel
Okay.
Ross.
All right. My name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tower County Judge sitting in probate matters today in case number PR-10018. Here present with us also, we have attorney Mr. Timothy McDonough, and he is here as our ad litem today. And we are sitting in court today on the estate of Larry A. Berry. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Also known as Larry Alton Berry. All right. If you can, I'm gonna get our witnesses to please raise your right hands for me. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Can you speak up for the court? We couldn't hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is, if it's okay, I'm gonna get Mr. McDonough to say that it's okay that we go ahead and start with the witnesses this morning. Is that okay with you, Mr. McDonough?
That's fine with me, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, and Mr. I'm sorry, Mr. Levins?
Yes,
You
sir.
may begin your case.
Okay. We'd like to call Johnny Ross. Mr. Ross, can you state your name for the record?
Johnny William Ross.
And how did you know Larry Altonberry?
I knew him when his family moved to Beaumont from Boston.
Okay. And at the time of his death, where did he reside, to your knowledge?
From what I know, is somewhere around Woodville.
Okay. And that's in Tyler County?
Yes.
Okay. Did he pass away on or about June 19th of 2023?
I'm sure he did. I don't know exactly the date he died.
If that's what the death certificate showed, do you have any reason to challenge that?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know at the time of Mr. Berry's death, if he was married?
My understanding is he was not.
Okay. Did he have any children?
My understanding is he does not.
Okay. Was he survived by either one of his parents?
His dad.
Okay. And do you
Mr.
know,
Levins?
yes,
Mr.
sir.
Levins, could you get your the witness to speak up a little bit? The court's having trouble hearing him this morning.
Sure. The microphone is just right behind here, so it's probably just a little bit difficult. So just speak a little bit louder. You can yell at me if you feel like you need to. Wouldn't be the first time. So the last question I asked was if he was survived by either one of his parents.
His dad's still alive.
Okay. And so his mother predeceased him?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And he wasn't married?
As well, as far as I know, he was not married.
Okay. Do you know if he had any siblings?
Oh, yes, he's got lots of siblings.
Okay. Do you believe that he had 9 siblings? Does that sound accurate?
Sounds accurate. We could probably try to figure it out with our fingers.
With your fingers? Okay. I'm gonna run through these and you can tell me if this sounds appropriate. Kathy Berry was his
Yes.
sister. Cynthia Newswander,
Yes,
Heather McCrone,
yes,
Jennifer Green,
yes,
David Berry,
yes,
Christopher Berry,
yes,
Stephanie Berry,
yes,
Mark Berry,
yes,
and Kenneth Berry.
yes.
Okay. So he was survived by those 9 siblings and then his father, Gene Berry. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. No other children were born or adopted by the decedent?
Right. No.
Okay. And that's all I have for these 2 witnesses, Your Honor. For Mr. Ross, I'm sorry.
All right, your witness, Mr. McDonald.
Sir, how is it that you came to know Mr. Berry?
We belong to the same church, and he and his family moved here from Boston after he finished Harvard Dental School. And then that's where I met them, and we became friends at that point. And we've known them ever since they moved to Beaumont. And their youngest child married our oldest daughter. That's how we know them. And we've been friends for all those years.
Sir, it sounds like you had a very close relationship with Mr. Berry. Is it fair to characterize it that way?
Yes, sir.
Well, with his family.
Well, with his family.
With the
Not
family,
much- not
certainly.
much,
And-
Larry's mom and dad and some of their siblings, but mostly with his mom and dad and some of the
And
siblings.
Kenneth.
And Kenneth the youngest, but not a close relationship with all the older kids.
And Jennifer.
And Jennifer, we know.
And Jennifer. pretty
And
well.
Kathy, we know.
I'm sorry, guys. Dad was here. He's out in the parking lot, but we can't get his mechanical chair off the car. It won't turn on.
So you can ask me specifically. I've known the family ever since they moved here from Boston. But as far as the ones I know best, it was the mom and the dad and some of the younger children. And the older kids were Kathy and Larry. Larry and Kathy. And that
Your
was-
relationship with the family was a close relationship, wasn't it?
Yes, friendship.
The kind
Yes.
of a relationship that if there'd been some unknown heirs, skeletons in the closet, love children, that kind of a thing, you'd have heard about him, wouldn't you?
I believe I would have heard about it.
And you didn't hear any such thing, did you?
Never heard that.
Okay. Are you at least the age of 18, sir?
As of yesterday, the answer is yes.
Happy day after your birthday.
Yeah.
Has any doctor or any judge ever found you to be incompetent or unable to handle your own affairs?
That's quite personal, but I have some friends that are doctors that question a few things.
Some of
but
our children, but
Yeah.
no professional.
No,
Okay. Have you ever been convicted of a felony or a crime of moral turpitude?
no,
Do you have any kind of a direct financial interest in this estate?
no,
So nobody's even offered you to have a hamburger, have they? They're not
Not
going
even
to
a
take you to
Whataburger.
lunch or nothing.
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 Cheap
All
lunch,
right.
I'm telling you.
That's all the questions I had for you, and I passed the witness.
All right. Mr. Levens, your next witness.
Judge, we'll call Rachel Ross.
Okay.
Ms. Ross, can you state your name for the record?
Rachel Lee Hilton Ross.
And how did you know Mr. Berry?
I knew Mr. Berry through his family when Johnny and I got married.
Okay. And did you hear the testimony of Johnny Ross?
Yes, I did.
And did anything that he said, is it all true and correct to the best of your
It's
knowledge?
all true and correct.
And that would be your same testimony related to the
Yes, it
family?
would.
And so Mr. Berry passed away on or about June 19th of 2023.
Correct.
And to your knowledge, he resided and lived in Tyler County on the date of his death.
Yes,
And he had no children.
as far as I know.
And he was only survived by his father.
Correct.
His mother had passed away.
Yes,
And then he had 9 siblings that we went through with Mr. Ross.
yes.
Okay. And no other children were born or adopted to your knowledge.
Not that I know of.
Okay. And you are over 18 as well?
Yes.
as of yesterday. And you've never been convicted of a crime of moral turpitude.
No.
And you've never been declared to be incompetent or have any other capacity issues to your knowledge.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Some of my children do.
Officially none.
That's right.
I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you basically the same questions as I asked your husband. But if you don't understand the question, just tell me and I'll rephrase it. It sounds like you two had a very close relationship with the family, the Berry family. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
The kind of a relationship that if there had been a love child, skeletons in the closet, that type of a person, you'd have heard about it, wouldn't you?
Yes, I believe I would have.
And you never heard any such thing, did you?
Never did.
And do you have any kind of a direct financial interest in this matter?
No, I do not.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony or a crime of moral turpitude?
No, I have not.
Are you at least the age of 18? I think that
Yes,
was
I
already
am.
stated, but we like to hear it a second time. That's all the questions that I have, and I want to thank you very much for taking time out of your day to do this service for the family.
All right, Mr. Evans, you can, now that you have your applicant in there, you can ask what questions you need to ask there.
Okay. We'd like to call Kathy Berry. Ms. Berry, can you state your name for the record? Judge, do you want to swear her in first?
Yes,
I'm
I
sorry.
do need to swear her in. What's your name? Could you state your name for the court, please?
Kathy Lynn Berry.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. All right, Mr. Evans, you may move forward now.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Berry, I'll let you know the microphone's back here, so we have to speak up pretty loudly for the court to be able to
Okay.
hear. Can you state your name for the court?
Kathy Lynn Berry,
And how did you know Mr. Berry?
my brother.
Okay. And did he pass away on or about June 19th of 2023?
Yes, sir.
And at the time of his death, he resided in Tyler County.
Yes, sir.
And did he was he married at the time of his death?
No, sir.
Okay. And did he have any children?
No, sir.
Was he survived by his mother or father?
Yes, his father.
Okay. So his mother had predeceased him.
Yes,
Okay. And how many siblings did Mr. Berry have?
9.
Okay. And those are yourself, Cynthia Newswander, Heather McCrone, Jennifer Green, David Berry, Christopher Berry, Stephanie Berry, Mark Berry, and Kenneth Berry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And no other children were born or adopted other, none at all.
None.
Okay. And you're asking the court to grant you letters of independent administration,
Yes.
and all the distributees have agreed for you to serve in that
Yes.
capacity, and they've signed waivers,
Yes, sir.
and you're not disqualified by law from serving in such capacity.
No, sir.
And you're also asking this court to grant you the authority to sell property without further consent, as they've agreed for that to happen as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're asking for the court to waive a requirement for the bond, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all I have, Your Honor.
Mr. McDonald, your witness.
Ma'am, first, my condolences on the loss of a brother.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we're going to get through this quite quickly. How was your brother a resident of Tyler County for at least 6 months prior to his death?
Yes, sir. I
And
believe
did
2 years.
the family make a diligent search for a will?
Yes, sir.
And obviously, no will was ever found. Is that correct?
Not at this time, no.
Looked high, looked low, and looked everywhere you could think of. But
Well, we
there's just
couldn't
not.
get on his computer, so.
Oh, was that again?
And I called, we couldn't get on his computer and I called his previous attorney in Amarillo, so not that I know of.
Yeah, sometimes we certainly don't anticipate an early death such as his was, and I'm believing that there certainly is no will, but I needed to ask the questions to establish the jurisdiction of the court over the matter. I have no further questions and pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Evans, do you have any other, anything else for the court today?
No, Your Honor, we don't. We do have the statement of facts and the proof of death that each is willing to sign if the
Okay.
court grants the administration.
And I have no objections to them, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's no objections, the court does declare airship today. And also orders the independent administration and letters of independent administration. And have Miss Kathy Berry is the applicant today, and she will be ordered to be the executor of this will. And with all the waivers being signed, the court recognizes today that each relative and brother and sister signed off on this as well. How many letters of testimony would you need today?
Judge, we'd like 3. And just to clarify, just since there is no will, she will be an administrator, not an executor, correct?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Just it's easy to
Yes.
say either one. I just want to make sure we're on the
Yes.
same page. Okay. Yeah, Judge, 3 would be great for those.
Okay. And Mr. McDonald, did y'all come into agreement for $500?
Yes, Your Honor, that is the fee I charge.
Good. Well, I'm putting $500 into the fee to be paid to the assets, from the assets of the descendant, the deceased, excuse me.
And if you don't have my address, but you should on the various different things filed, let me know and I'll get you the proper address. You can just drop a check in the mail to me.
Yeah, we can certainly do that.
Do you sign right there?
That's to the applicant.
All right. Do you have anything else at this time for the court today, Mr. Evans?
No, Your Honor, we do not. Just as a matter of procedure, though, does anybody need to witness them signing this, or is it okay if they just sign it in front of a notary and we file it separately?
Sign it in front of a notary. Once I get the copies, then I can release the letters of administration. And then I will be sending you a copy of the judgment and the order by email today.
That's Miss
Perfect.
Janet Brown from our Tyler County Clerk's office.
Okay, perfect. We'll get that done. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions for the court today?
No, sir.
All right. There's no other matters. We thank you, and on behalf of Tyler County, to all the family, we just wish our best wishes and prayers to you and the family, and may God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, thank you.
I don't remember.
And if they start walking in, they can just let them know when they in between the next case while they're mediating.
Can I see? Can I see?
They're there.
All right, Mr. Black.
Yes, sir. Morning, Judge.
All right, my name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge. Is this your applicant here today?
It is. My name's Harvey Black. I'm here today with Eileen McGinnis, who is the applicant in PR 10095.
Okay, all right. Well, let me introduce myself again. I'm Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters. We call case number PR-10095 in the estate of Michael Paul McGinnis. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And Miss Elaine Francis McGinnis?
Yes, sir. It's pronounced Eileen. Eileen Francis McGinnis.
Eileen, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Miss Eileen, could you please raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Mr. Black, you may begin your case this morning.
Okay. Eileen, could you please state your complete name for the record, please?
Eileen Francis McGinnis.
Okay. And the decedent in this case is Michael Paul McGinnis. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And how are you related to the decedent?
Sister.
Okay. And the decedent died April 22nd, 2024. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. At the time of his death, he was 74 years old. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And 4 years have not elapsed since the date of death and the filing of the application for probate of the decedent's will. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. At the time of his death, the decedent was domiciled, had a fixed place of residence in Tyler County, Texas. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you to take notice that the original will was filed with the court. I have a copy, a true and correct copy here that I'm going to get the witness to verify.
Yes, sir. The court will take judicial notice that the will was filed with the court, and we have the original will there.
Okay, Eileen, is the document I'm showing you dated March 16, 2024, the last will and testament of Michael Paul McGinnis, as far as you know?
As far as I know.
Okay, and to your knowledge, the will was self-proved and was never revoked or modified by the decedent. Is that correct?
Right. Yes, sir.
Okay. Was there any child or children born to or adopted by the decedent after the date of this will?
No.
Okay, and the decedent was never married, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, the will names you, Eileen Francis McGinnis, to serve as independent executor without bond, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you have not been convicted of a felony or crime involving moral turpitude and are qualified to accept letters testamentary and are not for any reason disqualified by law from serving as independent executor of decedent's estate, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, no state, governmental agency, or charitable organization is named as the beneficiary of the will, is that right?
That's right.
A necessity exists for the administration of the state, is that right?
That's right.
Okay. You have reviewed the information in the application for probate of this will and found it all true and correct, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. This is a non-taxable estate and there does not appear to be a need for the appointment of an appraiser at this time, is that right?
That's right.
Your Honor, unless you have any questions, we would request that the will be admitted to probate, that letters testamentary be issued to applicant, and that the appointment of appraisers be waived at this time.
Okay. The court only has one question. On page 2 of 4 on the will, if you could you get your applicant to please recognize the signature as her brother's signature?
Okay. You recognize this as the signature of Michael?
It appears to be his signature.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, the court will enter the will into probate and order letters of testimony. How many letters do you need at this time?
Your Honor, I think we've ordered 10.
10. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you have for the court today?
No, what we're going to do is I'm going to get Eileen to sign the proof of facts, proof of death and other facts now, and the oath of office, and I've got a notary here with me, and
Okay.
she's going to do that now.
That's good.
Just go ahead and sign. And do you need to witness this, Your Honor?
No, sir, it's okay. I'm good right here. I can see y'all doing it. It's good.
Okay. Well, we do appreciate it and thank you. I want to thank everyone in your office and also the clerk's office for all their help that they've given us through this. They did an outstanding job. I appreciate it very much.
Yes, sir. We thank you very much. And on behalf of Tyler County, we just want to wish you the very best and may God bless you and your family, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. If there's anything else we can help you with, the Tyler County Clerk's Office will have everything that you need there, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there you go.
All right, guys. Where are we at on the case right here with Mr. Jeffrey Armstrong, the deceased?
We filed an airship because we were not aware that there was a will.
Okay.
And last week, we learned that Brad's client has a will, and he filed that will to be probated. And today, my client is in a position to try to agree on a third party administrator, whether that's independent or dependent, so that we can get these assets distributed to the two children. He has two minor children, Alana and Bryce, who are 16 and 17.
Okay, Mr. Elrod?
Yeah, so I represent the decedents, I guess mother, parents. She is in the will named as the executor. So, you know, she would, obviously her position is she would like to serve as the executor. You know, they've been segmenting and separating the property just waiting for this process to start. I'm not gonna get into why it's taking a while, but what we're trying to talk about is if we can reach some kind of agreement rather than this probably having to go like a statutory situation. So, we're talking, and if it's possible to pass the case for further negotiation, this morning while we're here, see if we can reach a resolution.
Mr. McDonald, do you have any comments for the court on this as you're listening in?
They have inquiry as to whether I would serve in capacity as an independent administrator, and I think it really should be a dependent administrator or dependent administration, given there's such. There's a bad blood.
Okay.
And, you know, I think that that way to preserve the assets of the estate is certainly a dependent administration, and I would serve if the court asked me to, but I prefer it by agreement.
Okay. So do you think by the end of the day that it's possible that you could have something?
Hopefully here shortly. I just have two others that are scheduled.
Okay.
I think tenants and.
Yes. And then after that, maybe if you could, do you have something you can go and do until he gets through these other two cases and then y'all can meet together? Okay, that'd be fine. It won't take 25-30 minutes to do these other two cases. All right. And Mr. McDonald, are you gonna be able to stay around?
Yes, Your Honor, I don't have anything else on my calendar today other than packing post.
Okay. Going on a vacation?
Yeah, we're flying out Tuesday.
There we go.
Oh, Mr. Patton, how are you? Good.
What do we need to do?
You just sit right there. All right, good morning. My name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters this morning. Case number PR 10096 in the estate of Alvin Richmond Spivey. Mr. Elrod, your applicant's here today. It's Charles Bradley Spivey. Never known your name to be Charles Bradley. And let's see here. Is anyone else going to speak besides Brad?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Spivey, could you please raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. All right, Mr. Elrod, you may move forward with your case this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Fry, you have to state your name for the board.
My name is Charles Bradley Spivey.
All right, and we're here to probate the estate of Allen Richmond Spivey, correct?
Correct.
And what is your relationship to Mr. Spivey?
He was my oldest brother.
Okay. Is it true that he passed away on April 20th of this year?
Yes.
Okay. At the time of his passing, he was a resident of Tyler.
Correct.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, he had a will when he passed.
Yes.
Correct.
I think it's right here, one of those.
Okay. I'm gonna show you a copy of the will that we, or the will that has been submitted for probate. And ask if you recognize this to be your brother's last will and testament.
It looks like, yes.
Okay, do you see his signature on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you recognize that to be his signature?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any other knowledge or any knowledge at all that might not be his last will and testament?
No, because I had to be prepared.
Okay, he never told you that's not my will, or I've created a new one, or anything to that effect?
No.
To your knowledge, he never made any additions or what we call codicils to that will? Okay, and to your knowledge, he never revoked that will?
No.
Okay. At the time he created that will, how many children did he have?
He has two.
Okay. Since the creation of that will, were any children born or adopted?
No.
Okay. Was he married at the time of the will?
Yes.
Okay. And is that marriage still valid?
As far as I know, they never got divorced. They were separated for a number of years.
Okay.
But as far as I know, there was never divorced.
Okay. Now, the will names you to serve as the executor, correct?
Right.
Is there any reason that you're aware of why you cannot serve in that capacity?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
No.
Or a crime of moral turpitude, lying, cheating, stealing, something of that sort? Okay. Has any judge ever deemed you to be mentally incompetent?
No, just my wife.
Oh, okay. Okay, but she's not a judge, right? In the will, no government or charitable organization is named as a beneficiary, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but a deed does exist to probate your brother's estate, correct?
Correct.
So you're asking the court to admit the will to probate and issue you letters of testamentary so you can be the executor and work on behalf of the estate, correct? Okay, that's all I have here.
Well, after hearing the evidence of the case, we will order this will to probate, authorizing letters of testimony and making Mr. Charles Bradley Spivey the executor of the will. How many letters do you need at this time?
Do you know how many institutions you might have to deal with? I would suggest getting five.
That's kind of what I figured I had in my mind.
Yeah, you need more, we can also. Okay.
All right, Mr. Spivey, on behalf of Tyler County and myself, we wish you the best. May God bless you and your family, and just let you know that we're praying for you.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he signed it, he's already signed.
Okay, this first one is your oath that you'll perform the duties as the executive, which we're gonna help you to, ensure you do everything that you're supposed to do. This next one is what's called the proof. Basically, it's just a summary of kind of what we talked about here in the board, but it's just.
All right, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
can.
All right. Thank you. And are you Miss Danielle LeBlanc?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. And there's more than one in the waiting room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's my mother, Amy LeBlanc. She's like a co-executor if I need to step down or I need her to assist me.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. Is that everybody that's going to be here today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And my name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge. sitting in probate matters today. We call case number PR-10098 in the estate of Andrew Joseph LeBlanc Jr. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we have Miss Danielle LeBlanc with us, and what's your name, ma'am?
Amy LeBlanc.
Amy LeBlanc, okay.
Yes,
Miss
sir.
Amy and Miss Danielle, could you please both raise your right hand for me? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
I do.
sir.
Okay, all right, I have your attorney here with us, Mr. Brad Elrod, and he's gonna begin his case. Is there anything else you would like to say to him before he begins his case?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Elrod, you may begin your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Danielle, can I have you restate your name for the court?
Danielle LeBlanc.
Okay, and we're here to administer the estate and to appoint you the executor of the estate of Andrew Joseph LeBlanc Jr., correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is your relationship to Mr. LeBlanc?
I am his granddaughter.
Okay. And is it true that he passed away on June 13th of this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At the time of his passing, was he a resident of Tyler County?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, he had a will when he passed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we've submitted that will to the court to be admitted for probate, correct?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, and we have submitted that will to the court to admit for probate.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's see, we can put this up here and see if you can see this. All right. Can you see that signature? Do you recognize that signature as your grandpa's signature?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay. In the will that we admitted to probate, to the best of your knowledge, that was his effective will at the time of his passing.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of any other wills that may have been created by him?
No, sir.
Okay. You're not of a will that he created after the creation of this will?
No, no, sir.
Okay. Have you ever heard him say, I've revoked that will, or that's not my will, anything to that effect?
No, no, sir.
Okay. Did you ever know him to make any amendments or create what we call codicils to that will?
No, sir.
Okay. Was any marriage dissolved or entered into after the creation of that will?
No, no, sir.
Okay. Were any children born or adopted by him after the creation of that will?
No, sir.
Okay. Now the will named you to serve as the executor, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you aware of any reason why you're unqualified to serve in that capacity?
No, no, sir.
Okay. You've never been convicted of a felony or been deemed incompetent by any court?
No, no, sir.
Okay. All right. Is within the will, is any government or charitable organization named as a beneficiary?
No, no, sir.
Okay. But a need does exist to probate the estate, and you're asking the court to appoint you the executor, admit the will, and issue letters testamentary to you today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all I'd have, Your Honor.
Right. Well, if there's nothing further, the court's heard the evidence today, and on evidence that's brought before the court today, we will order this bill to probate and authorize letters of testimony and have Miss Danielle LeBlanc to be the executor of the will. How many letters of testimony will you need today?
Danielle, do you know how many different institutions or people that might need a letter from you?
I think
his
Or you-
bank. Yeah, his bank will need the letter. I believe we'll need one for, he has a loan that's requested a
Right.
letter of testimony. I don't know if we need to, I believe we need to send one to the credit bureaus. I believe the
Yeah.
credit bureaus and driver's license. I'm unsure of anyone else
And,
that
and
would
some
need.
of those may take copies. I typically suggest getting about 5 to start with. If you need more, we can get you more.
Perfect.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
Okay.
Y'all have any other questions for the court today?
I believe that is it. Oh, I
Okay.
do. Is it going to be something that is going to be like through the mail, or is it electronic, or how are we going? Is it like a physical copy?
The letters,
Yes.
okay, I can I'll mail them to you.
Well,
No.
we are,
Okay.
I'm sorry, we are coming tomorrow. I believe we're gonna be in
Then
your
I'll-
office, gonna be in your office at 10
Okay.
tomorrow. Sorry, Mr.
Okay, okay. Then yes, I'll have them at my office.
Okay, perfect.
And we can talk about the next steps at that point.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Look, there's no other questions for the court today. We just
There's
want to
no
say,
other-
send our prayers with the family. May God bless you and your family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Have a good day.
y'all too.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all want to get to work on that? And Okay, my name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters today on case number PR 10093 in the estate of Mr. Jeffrey Armstrong. The party cannot come to an agreement today, but they did come to an agreement for delivery of the deceased personal properties. Mr. Armstrong's personal properties. The parties agree the following property will be delivered to the minor children at the residence of Marina Armstrong. And who's Miss Marina Armstrong?
That's mine.
Your client, okay. All right. And on or before 5 p.m. on August 11th, 2024. There'd be Mr. Armstrong. It was his personal clothing, hats, belts, buckles, etc. Jewelry currently in their possession, the wallet, and personal effects and contents. Mr. Armstrong's travel trailer. The contents in Mr. Armstrong's travel trailer placed in boxes by his parents. And we are signed here, Miss Stephanie Richmond. Signed this, Miss Marina Colleen Armstrong. Signed this. Who are the two people who signed this? Could you please stand for me? The one that signed, who's the other one that signed?
My client.
And she's outside?
Yes,
Okay,
and
all
I'm
right.
observers.
All right. Well, he's standing in for her, Mr. Elrod's standing in for her today. I'm gonna go ahead and issue this order, hoping that you can resolve these matters between the attorneys. We're hoping in the families that you can resolve these matters and move forward. If not, we will have to place this on statutory, be a statutory probate case in which it'll be moved up to a judge that is definitely handles these kind of matters, these family matters in this way. Is there anything?
Your Honor, I heard one thing that I want to make sure we have to clarify as to wallet.
Okay.
It says wallet, not necessarily contents inside of the wallet.
Okay.
So if there's a driver's license or credit cards and things like that, those not. If you're willing to give us fine, but you're not ordered to do so when you visit.
Yeah.
Correct? I'm not understanding what you're saying. Wallet doesn't mean credit cards and other things inside of the wallet.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, I just don't want it to be placed that,
I don't want it to be an argument over.
that where's the credit cards, where's the license, where's all these different other things. And this is just a wallet that is being sent. Okay. All right, is there any other questions from either attorney parties at this time? Miss Williams, is there anything else?
I just want to say that the reported will has not been on file for 10 days, so there's not going to be any ruling on that at this time.
Okay.
And if Mr. Elrod and I aren't able to reach an agreement with respect to an independent or dependent administrator, then we will file a motion. We will file an agreement, or we will file it.
Okay. Anything from your side, Mr. Earl?
No, I understand and agree with Mr. Williams.
All right, anything else from you, Mr. McDonough, as the ad litem?
Please, God, be with everybody.
Yes, yeah. All right, on behalf of of Tyler County, I want to say, beyond the parents and our prayers are with you as well, but for the kids, I want you to both know that we're praying for you and lifting you up. I can't imagine what you're facing today, but just know that we're praying for you. All right, anything else? That'll be it today.
Ms. Williams and Mr. Brad, if you'll wait, I'll walk across the street and get y'all certified copies to be able to give to them, so y'all have certified copies showing that. Okay. It's filed in for it. Okay. Well, yeah, that's it, 15. Yeah.
There it goes. Well, well,
Oh, it's very good glitching.
okay, there we go. Now,
Don't touch it.
don't touch it. That's what Donald always tells me with it. I'll be on the computer talking to him. He said, don't touch it. You're fixing to do something. I was talking to him one time and there was the mouse, you could see it moving on the thing. And he said, unplug your computer.
Dad, turn your camera off by accident.
Okay. He said, unplug your computer. Somebody was trying to back in.
Oh.
Because when I got to my computer, it said you got to reboot. It's like Apple, something other come on there. And of course, I'm not. So I punched on it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna reboot. And then I start seeing this thing on there and it's moving around. And I'm going, so I called Donald and said, Donald, is this right? And he's like, unplug it. They're trying to get out. I'm unplugging everything. I said, God. He said, I don't care. I'll redo everything. They're trying to get in your computer.
This is scary.
They put all the effort into something good.
Oh, if they do a real job, they can do something. Start my video.
Yes.
Well, just
Bring him in.
Well, she's.
There it goes. Okay.
Hey, Judge.
Well, you hear me good?
I can hear you, Judge. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you
Okay.
now. All right. Do we have Miss, is it Alex, Chapa?
We do, Your Honor.
Okay. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Chapa?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay, all right. All right, my name is Milton Powers. I'm Tyler County Judge. We're sitting in probate matters on case number PR-10099 in the estate of Adolfo.
Yes, sir.
Adolfo Chapa Jr. And you are Mr. Alex Chapa, is that correct?
That is correct.
Could you please raise your right hand for me, Mr. Chapa? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Reisinger, you may move forward with your case.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Mr. Chopper, you state your name for the court, please.
Alex Chapa.
And where are you currently residing at this time?
Spring, Texas.
Okay. And you are here today on the estate of Adolfo Chapa Jr., is that correct?
That is correct.
And what's your relationship to Adolfo Chapa Jr.?
I'm his son.
Okay. And the last three digits of your social security number is 986. And the last three digits of your driver's license number is 722.
My last is 856.
Okay, 856.
Yes, sir. Last three.
And the last three of your driver's license, 722.
Yes.
Okay. So we have it's supposed to be 856. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, just to let you know that there was going through here, I asked him, and we have 986, but it's supposed to be 856.
Yeah, last four is 9856. So 856, last three.
856. We left that.
Where's that at?
Just on number one on the application, the last second to last sentence, it has social security number is 986. It's supposed to be 856.
856, okay. I'm gonna make a correction here from the court and it'll be judicially noticed that the last three digits is 856 on the social security.
Thank you, Judge. And Mr. Chapa passed away on March 19th of 2024. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And he passed away in St. Elizabeth Hospital in Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas. Is that correct?
Correct.
And he was 63 years of age. Is
Yes,
that correct? Okay. But his domicile at the time when he passed away was 715 Reed Street here in Woodville, Tyler County, Texas. Is that correct?
Does it need to be North Reed or does that matter?
No, Reed's
Okay.
fine. All right. As long as the main thing is that we know that his residence was here in Woodville and is permanent resident of Woodville and has been for a while. And so the jurisdiction is here because his residence was here.
Okay.
So is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, he owned property in excess of $5,000, which necessitated administration. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he left a valid will dated December 29th of 2023. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to show you.
Correct date on that.
Yeah. We're going to. December 29th, that's showing the date on it. Okay. I'm going to show you what is the last will and testament that a copy of what we filed, the original with the court. And do you recognize this will?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. And basically with this will named Alex Trez Choppa, is that
Yes, sir.
correct? Okay. And that's yourself as the executor. And also
on page 11.
Let's see. Yeah, also on the back here, it has Adolfo Chapo Jr. up top. Is that, do you recognize that to be his signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on the page 12, you recognize that to be his signature on the back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm just going to show 11 and 12, show you 11 that he's saying that was
Yes.
the signature of his father.
The court takes judicial notice that Mr. Chopper recognized page 11 of the signature of his father and page 12 as well.
And as far as this last will and testament, this will has never been revoked by your father to the best of your knowledge. He never told you, hey, that thing's no good. He never ripped it up or anything like that. Is that correct? To the best of your knowledge, this is the most recent will, that there's not a will dated after the date of this will. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Okay. And this will named you to serve as the executor. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're not disqualified from serving. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I mean, you don't have any felony convictions.
No,
or
sir.
anything. There wasn't any other children born or adopted to your father after the date of this will. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Okay. And the will didn't name anything as a state or government agency in this will, meaning that all the beneficiaries were family. He left everything to.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
correct? Okay.
That is correct.
And you're here today asking the court to appoint you as executor of your father's estate, so you can get letters of testament, or you can carry out the wishes of your father's will. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. That's all the questions I have for Mr. Chopper.
Okay. Did Mr. Choppa, is it out, Mr. Alex Choppa, be the executor of the will, and we will authorize this will to go into probate and authorize letters of testimony? How many letters do you need at this time?
We're just requesting 3 this time,
Okay. All right. Do we have anything else for the court on this case today?
Nothing else on this case, Your Honor. We're gonna ask him to execute the oath and the proof affidavit, proof of death, and we'll get those submitted here today to the court.
Okay. Mr. Choppa, on behalf of Tyler County, we just want you to know that we're praying for you and we wish you the very best. God bless you.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
And we'll get those taken care of, Your Honor, and then I have to just go check and see if my next person is here.
Is 3 copies customary for testamentary?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
And but I can get as many as you need.
Okay. After the fact.
If you need 10, we can get 10. I'll
Okay,
just try to
thank you.
get a minimum number so we don't do like the death certificates. You have a one of them you'll never use.
Yep.
I try to do the opposite. I try
Gotcha.
to minimize it to keep the cost down.
Okay.
And then we'll get more as we need.
10-4. Thank you, sir.
All right, Judge. May Mr. Chop be excused, and let me go try to get my next one.
All right. We'll wait on you for your next one.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. Brooke verified with Keisha that we're good for the courtroom on the 21st. Just help me remember that.
Fixing to be.
Yeah. All right, can you hear me?
We can, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, my name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge. We're sitting in probate matters today on case number PR-10100 in the estate of Mr. Wilbert Henry. Is that, how do you pronounce that last name?
Marmion.
Marmion, okay. Marmion the third.
Yes.
And you are Miss Elaine Marie Radell?
It's Ellen Marie Radel.
Radel?
Radel, yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Ms. Radel, could you raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. All right, Mr. Reisinger, if you're ready for court, you can go ahead and start your case.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Radel, will you state your name for the court, please?
Ellen Marie Radel.
And we're here today probating the will and the issuance of letters of testamentary for the estate of Wilbert Henry Marmion III. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what's your relationship, to Wilbert Henry Marmion III?
I'm his wife.
Okay. And if the court, just I say that because we've got your last name is Radel and his is Marmion.
Correct. Yeah.
Just explain that to the court.
Back in 2003, we were in an auto accident in California. My stepson was killed in the accident, and I lost all of my identification. And the only way I could get home and get ID to get on a plane was a library card and a Costco card. And I had my birth certificate mailed to me, and I just kept it after that. And we just left everything in my maiden name, and then business purposes and things of that nature. So I've always gone by my maiden name for that many years.
Okay.
And you're a resident here in Tyler County, Texas, actually, more particularly in Combsville, Texas. Is that correct?
Correct.
And your husband was residing there at the time when he passed. Is that correct?
Correct.
And how long had y'all been residing there in Combsville, Texas?
7.5 years, I believe.
Okay. And the last three digits of your social security number is 589, and the last three digits of your driver license number is 611.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And your husband passed away on July 10th of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes,
He passed away at Methodist Hospital in Houston, Harris County, Texas. Is that correct?
yes,
And he was 66 years of age. Is that correct?
yes,
But like I said, as you stated earlier, his domicile or residence was in Combsville, Tyler County, Texas. Is that correct?
correct.
And the jurisdiction is here because of his residence at the time he passed was here in Tyler County, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes,
His estate is in excess of $5,000, which necessitates you to have to do an administration of his estate. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. Now he left a will dated April 22nd of 2024, which I'm going to show you a copy of what we filed in the court. And do you recognize this last will and testament of Wilbert Henry Marmon III?
yes.
Okay. And I'm going to turn to the back couple of pages, and page 5 of 6. Do you recognize that to be his signature?
Yes,
Okay. And then on page 6 of 6, do you recognize that to be his signature?
yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to show the court page 5 of 6, the signature that she
Yes. The court
recognized.
takes judicial notice that Miss Rydell recognized the signature as her husband's signature.
Now, this is the will that we filed as the last will and testament of your husband, correct?
That's correct.
And there hasn't been a will dated after the date of this will that was executed by your husband, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. And he never tried to revoke this will and said, hey, tear that thing up. It's not any good anymore.
No,
Is
sir.
that correct?
That's correct.
And he didn't have any children born or adopted him after the date of this will. Is that
Correct.
correct? Okay. However, this will left everything to family like yourself, but didn't leave anything to any state or government agency or charitable organization. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And the will asked that you serve as the executor over the will. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you're not disqualified from serving executor, meaning you don't have any felony convictions or conviction, moral turpitude or anything. Is that
none.
correct?
That's
Okay.
correct.
And you're not, and again, there was nothing left to any state or government agency or charitable organization because everything he left was to, you or the family. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you're here today asking the court to grant this will into probate, acknowledge this is his last will and testament of Wilbert Henry Marmon III, and issue you letters of testamentary as executor of the estate. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. That's all we have, Your Honor.
Well, the court will order this will into probate today and authorize letters of testimony and have Miss Ellen Marie Rydell become the executor of the will. How many letters of testimony do you need at this time?
Your Honor, we're going to request 3 at this time, and if we'll get more if we need them.
All right. Miss Rydell, on behalf of Tyler County, we just want to wish you the very best and may God bless you. Just let you know that our prayers are with you and your family.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
ma'am. If there's anything else, do you have anything else for us today, Mr. Reisinger?
We do not, Your Honor. That's all we have from the court.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And y'all